haven't even started this vlog yet, but I'm doing the spin so I can go pick my book because we're about to be on the live show. Lithuania. Let me go figure out what I'm reading. We are here with our first update. If you're watching this and you have no idea what Face Off Weekend is, this is for the Amazing Readathon, and basically we have to read books that have the same colors on the front as the 10 different flags that are being used. This is a alternate history for the US where they brought in hippos to hunt, which if anyone knows anything about hippos, that's a terrible idea. Like, that's the worst idea. It's one of the worst ideas. Like, you can't get much worse than, you might as well just put your head in the hippo's mouth and let them crush it for you. Just like lay your body and let them gore you. I'm gonna start reading this and I've got a timer to finish. Good evening, I'm in a different... Okay, yeah, I'm muted. I come to you the same evening, but different shirt. It's really funny how you'll see me in the same shirt over the weekend because, like, when I'm filming, I'm in my, like, hanging out around the house clothes. And then we do this thing and I'm changing my shirt on a regular, like, every couple of hours. Do you know why or how or when or what that means? No. No, you will not. I finished A River of Teeth by Sarah Gailey. I thought it was very interesting. I think I'm giving it 3 stars. This has been the most mediocre reading month of all time. Like, just 3 star. Even the ones that I'm super excited about is like, and no. I think there are a lot of people that are really gonna like this. Here's the thing, it's really hard to read a novella having read the Murderbot Diaries and knowing how deep and, like, having those to compare to, like, knowing how deep into character and everything and how effective those are. I don't think that this was quite as effective. There were a couple of places where I was just, like, bored or felt it was dragging on, and a couple of places where I just don't feel like we went in with the depth that we could have. However, I'm gonna kind of probably hold passing full judgment on whether or not I liked this book until I finished the second one, because this story feels a little unfinished, and I think that's because it was always imagined as a duology. This is one of those I'm like, this could have benefited from being an actual, like, novel instead of being a novella. I'm gonna read the duology because it very obviously is supposed to be the second book. So let's go ahead, let us enter in our book for this that's submitted. Now it is time for us to figure out what the heck what the flag is going to be for the next time. Bulgaria. Okay, Bulgaria is green, red, and white. So let's go see what our options are when it comes to... I could literally... Green, red, white. I could listen to this if I wanted to. I don't want to. We have A Toilet Bound Hanako-kun by Aida Iro. Is that correct? Yeah, Aida Iro. Could read this one potentially. We could also read this one, which I have been told I will enjoy, by Friends. But this one is a host fave, so it will get me GRC. Because if I read all of these, I get GRC for these, so that's 50 GRC for each one. I think this is what we're gonna go with. And I'll save Yona for when I don't have host faves to read. So I'm almost halfway through my GRC. That's fine. And I've earned back 100, so I really do need to get some more general readathon currency, and I need to be paying attention to how much I'm spending. I also have a host fave that I'm working on, but I can't talk to you about that one because it's for a special project. So, anyways, you'll see it in another vlog that I am currently working on in conjunction with this one, because what I am doing is a lot of these are going to be physical reads. And if I do not have an audiobook for some of these novellas, I probably am not picking them up. So I'm actually, like, physically reading manga, and then I have my other project. I'm doing sightseeing for London with the host fave potentially for my audiobook when I need an audiobook. But I'm going to start reading this because I think I might be able to finish this before I crash tonight. Potentially, I might just crash. Who knows? Hello, good morning. I have updates for you, but first I've got to get back on sprints here in like just a minute, so let's spin the spinner. We just finished the most recent book, so the business is going into book number 3. Germany! Okay. We can do this. I just need a red book. Red, yellow, black. You guys are going to think that this is happening over like 7 different days because I am in a different shirt. Actually, you might have seen this. So, I got Germany last time, which is perfect because the book I'm going to talk about right now, it did finish Toilet Bound Hanako-kun. I finished that for my Bulgaria? I think it's Bulgaria. It was like red, white, and green. I believe that was. I finished that for my Bulgaria read. I'm enjoying it. I thought this was fun. I am intrigued. There's some stuff going on, and like there was a twist also that was put in here. Like, I'm just having a good time. This is about a girl who she goes to this cursed ghost. This ghost has been like bound to the toilet in one of the girls' bathrooms to haunt that, and like she goes to them to like try and get her wish granted, which her wish is that she wants to date a specific person, and like in doing that she gets kind of also bound to this ghost herself, and she's kind of like, he's using her as manual labor to clean the toilets and do other things. And then we find out in this volume, in the first volume, like they jumped into the main arc here so quickly, because the main arc is about what people what actually happened with urban legends versus what people know about urban legends, if that makes sense. Like, a lot of urban legends, some of them do have a kernel of truth behind them. In this case, the kernel of truth is like little different like supernatural things in Japan. So I really am enjoying that aspect of it. I'm having fun. This reads really, really quickly. I'm in like beautiful. It also got me 50 GRC, so I've added 150 back out of the 2,400 that I've spent so far. It's fine. And then I spun Germany, as you saw, for my second one. So we're going with Toilet Bound Hanako-kun Volume 2. Because this has it has black, red, and yellow on it. I just finished making my bed. Oh, I didn't put the blanket at the end. That's fine. Just finished making my bed because I wanted to be able to like actually lay down while I read. So, and I've moved the computer. The computer is now in the other room because I'm going to be potentially using my screen, and yeah, so that will be nice. I'm gonna go read some more, but so far we still haven't. I would say that one's not. I wouldn't say that was mediocre. Like, I don't have a lot of strong feelings about this series yet, but it wasn't mediocre. So that, at least, I enjoyed it. I had a fun time reading it, and I didn't feel like, oh, this was a book and I read it. So it was a better 3-star than most 3 stars, but like, I'm still waiting for a new favorite.
Hello. I'm too lazy to sit up for this vlog, because I just want to sleep. I might sleep. It's potential, but I did finish Toilet Bound Hanako-kun Volume 2, so we're down 3 books for this thing, and it's time for me to spin for whatever the next country is. What's it gonna be? What do we get? 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 Finland. What do I have? Let's blow my Finland means we're moving on to Spy Family Volume 1. I've been wanting to read this for forever, but he has blue eyes, and then there's white on the back. This is such a, like really, when we said a speck of blue, we meant a speck of blue. A speck of blue. Just a speck. Anyways, so I'm gonna pick that up. At some point I do need to go do my AHIP for more. If you haven't been following on that saga, that's just licensing that I have to do every year to do the insurance stuff I do. It's not really licensing, it's more like courses, something like that. Anyways, I'm gonna go this. We're starting to get into this a little bit more, like get into the real, like I think the real question is going to be talking about like obviously, and this is a very common theme for manga, but like the idea of good and evil and what makes good and evil. And I think we're really exploring that in the character of Hanako. I have suspicions about who Hanako is and like what actually happened. So I will be very, very interested to see what's going to go on with that. It's action-packed. It's very silly. Like, manga in general is just generally, if you're reading shoujo or shonen, like maybe some of the more adult, darker stuff, like Junji Ito is not terribly silly, but still minorly. Like, there's just a level of silliness that most manga has because it is a comic medium. And because of, like, how things go. But, like, this is Soul Eater levels of silly. I think Soul Eater is probably sillier in places. But, like, the nice thing is that this doesn't have the random weird smashing of children's faces into adult women's boobs. So, there is that. I'm gonna move on to Spy Family and see what I can do there. We have got to stop meeting like this because once again I'm gonna need to spin, but I can't tell you about the book just yet. I don't have time to talk to you about the book that I just finished. So, because we're supposed to be live on Bethany's channel in 3 whole minutes. Let's spin this bitch and I'll find out.
On audio, okay. And Dr. Who, love it. Finishing Sour Candy tonight before the coffee gets cold. Oh, good. I'm glad. First readathon, and it's been a blast.
I'm gonna go visit Aoife again. Germany.
Oh, okay. I keep wanting to get Germany, and I haven't gotten it. Me too.
That's my first repeat. We got Germany again. I think, yeah, no, this was Finland. So, for Finland, I read Spy Family Volume 1. This got 4 stars. I had a good time reading this. It's silly too. Not as silly as Toilet Bound Hanako-kun, but again, that's something that you go to manga for. If it's a serious manga, it's going to break you. I like the characters. I love the premise of this. It cracks me up. And I love the dynamic between the 2 adults. Like, the kid, I could do with or without, whatever. Like, she's cute and all, and I'm loving the way that she's, like, working and, like, manipulating people. But I really do love the 2 adults already, that they're just, like, so oblivious to, like, what the other one does and their talents. And I'm just like, oh my god, guys, come on. It's killing me. I'm dying. Didn't give me the 5-star fuzzies, so there's that. But I'm very excited because Germany means that I get to continue on with Volume 2. I don't know if I'm going to finish this tonight, because I do also need to do, as I think I've mentioned before in this vlog, I need to do my AHIP. I'm probably going to do most of the sprints tonight doing that, or getting the timer ready for the next one, which is Rome, I think. There's a sprint where we made Cal very uncomfortable because Cal knows things about a secret project because I needed Cal's advice on it specifically, but I'm not telling anyone what I'm actually doing. I'm living because Brianna got so mad that I would not tell her what was going on. And she was like, I'll tell you who's in first place if you'll tell me what the secret is. And I was like, not a chance. Not a chance. You already gave me all of the information I needed to know to figure that out, so no. This vlog may have come out by the time that project came out, so if it is, it'll be linked up top in the cards. But I'm not saying shit about it. Nope. No. No one's figured out why we're doing the shirts, by the way, which is kind of funny to me. That was not an elegant transition. I don't like that. Ugh. It's fine. It's fine. Anyways, I'm not telling anybody, but if you've seen the video, you know what video it is. I am going to eat my dinner. I'm going to read a book, and then I'm going to study. I'll be back. I'm having fun with this. I'm having fun with Hanako-kun as well. I think the last one got 4 stars. But this one definitely, like, this one grabbed me from the first volume.
She's fine. She's just really unwell at the moment. So what happened was she fell at daycare, her bottom tooth punctured her top gum, and then...
Hello. We have some catching up to do, my friends. It's Sunday morning, final day of Face Off. We have until like 6 p.m. tonight, 8 p.m. tonight. I have till 8 p.m. because it's 6 p.m. Brianna's time. I did finish my book for Germany, my second book for Germany. Or I got Germany a second time, which was Spy Family Volume 2. I'm really enjoying this one. This is one that, like I'm enjoying both of the manga that I'm reading right now, but this is one that I might actually start collecting the volumes so that I can have them, because I'm having a good fun time with this one. This is so cute and wholesome and sweet, and I'm loving, like they take these characters that you would think would be really hard, cold-blooded characters, and they seem that way, but then you get to know, like
Like, it's very obvious from pretty early on that they're not. That they actually are very caring individuals, even though they have one of them is an assassin and one of them is a spy. Like, they still, like, care about this child. And in the way that the child, oh, what's her name? I've lost her. Anya. The way that Anya is playing them against each other is just, like, she's a very smart little girl, even if she can't pass the tests. So I finished that one, and then you saw I spun Romania, which I picked up the final Toilet Bound Hanako-kun book that I have currently, or volume that I have, which is volume 3. I just finished this one. This is getting good. This is getting into some of the, like, territory that I'm like, okay, now we've got all of these interpersonal relationships going on, and you can see, like, the beginnings of a little romance that is starting, which I think is going to be fun and cute. And have, so it's got all the hallmarks of, like, a really good shoujo, like, ridiculous romance. I'm gonna have fun with this, but yeah, we're starting to learn a little bit more about Hanako. And I'm like, okay, but I want more about, like, what is Hanako's backstory? Like, we've started delving into that, and the more you learn about it, the more questions you have. So I'm really enjoying this one as well. I don't know that I would be as interested in buying this one and having it on my shelves as I would Spy Family, but we're having a fun time. And I'm enjoying myself on my phone. There we go. Let's see what I am rolling for. Let's see what I'm reading for next. Ticker. Ooh, okay. Brianna, why does Sweden have 2 E's? So I need something that is blue and yellow. Would? Doggone it. I was gonna see, would Spy Family Volume 3 work, but it won't. So in that case, I guess it's time that I start Witch Hat Atelier. We've got blue and yellow on this. I'm counting that as blue. That looks like blue to me. If you want to argue with me, go argue with the wall. I don't care. Also, this person has blue eyes, so that works. Okay, perfect. So I guess this is what we're starting for the next sprint. This one, from what I understand, is about a girl who finds out that she wants to learn magic. I don't know. I'm going to start it. We'll see. Have I told you what any of these are about? No, not really, but it's fun. This is how you booktube. This is definitely how you booktube. Time to wrap this vlog up because Face Off is over, and I read some books. Let me put these in vaguely the correct order. I got through 7 books for Face Off, so I'm not too shabby. Not too shabby at all. I'm very happy with that result. So I'm just going to summarize what we read. I don't know. You guys already know what countries I read for, so I'm not going to rehash that. I just want to rehash, like, final thoughts on all of the books. River of Teeth, Sarah Gailey gave it 3 stars. It's basically a hippo heist, sort of. We're in Louisiana in the late 1800s, and basically these people get hired for a real quick job that they're supposed to do to get some hippos moved somewhere, and it turns out that there might be more to this job on several different levels than any of them are upfront about. I thought it was alright. This was one of those things that, like, it kind of let me, and I don't know if that's maybe because I hyped it up so much. I'm saving my judgment until I've read book 2 because this felt really unfinished, and I think part of that is because it's part of a series. There's 2 novellas. Now, I don't think that means, like, I don't know, because I've read other novellas, like the Murderbot series, where it doesn't feel unfinished, where it feels like each story is its own complete story, and that didn't feel like this. Or this didn't feel like that for me. I think we could have gone a little bit deeper into the character and stuff, but I still enjoyed it overall, so that was good. I also read volumes 1, 2, and 3 of Toilet Bound Hanako-kun. This, I don't think I ever explained what this is. I spent all weekend telling people, like, the plot of this manga. But basically, this is about a girl named Nini, and she goes to what's supposed to be this haunted toilet on the 3rd floor girls' bathroom because supposedly there is a spirit bound there that will grant you wishes. That's Hanako-kun. And Hanako-kun, like, sees this happen and is like, well, if you're gonna grant, when I grant people wishes, I also strike a deal with them. They have to give me something in return. And what he asks from her in return is for her to, basically what he asked for her to do is to help him with something that he's been doing. This is a lot, I think I've already mentioned, but this is a lot about, like, rumors and mythology and folklore and how what we say about it shapes the way, like, the perception that people have of urban legends and things like that. We're like 3 volumes in. Another thing that we are examining is kind of the idea of good and evil, and does, like, what someone is, like, especially good and evil in regards to, like, who a person is, and, like, it's very, like, what is forgiveness, how can you be it's very interesting. We left off at a very bad place in here. Like, it was kind of a little bit of a cliffhanger, and I'm not happy about it, but I have volume 4 now, so I'm going to continue on with this series. I really did enjoy this. I got, I think this one got 3 stars, and these 2 got 4. These are also host faves, so these got me 50 GRC apiece. I also read Spy Families Volume 1 and 2. This is just fun and sweet and adorable. It is about a spy that, for a mission that he's doing, in order to get close to someone, he needs to create a little family. And so he ends up adopting this little girl, and then he's looking for a wife, and he ends up finding someone who's willing to pretend to be his wife without asking a lot of questions. And what he doesn't know is that she is an assassin, and this child that he's just adopted is a telepath. I'm only 2 volumes in. This is fun. I would definitely, like, purchase. In fact, I've already purchased volume 4 because my library didn't get it to me quick enough. I really like kind of like a little blossoming relationship between our main character, whose name I can't remember. Oh yeah, he's just called Twilight. There's another name that he has, and then Yor, who is our assassin character. I'm just enjoying it. I'm also enjoying how the little girl is playing them off of each other, and, like, her just eagerness to, like, make them happy, to impress them, and, like, 'cause she just doesn't, like, she's like, I want this mission to last forever because I don't want to have to go back to the foster home that I was in. And then the final one I read was volume 1 of Witch Hat Atelier. After this, I just called it quits. I was like, you know what, we're done. I'm going to start working on other things. There are other things that I need to do, so we're done. This was fun. It's dark. So we have this little girl who is obsessed with magic, and, like, in this world, magic is kind of the priority of the witches. Like, they say you can't do magic without having, like, you have to have, like, it has to be in your blood, basically. That's not the case. We find out very early on in this novel, because our main character, whose name is Coco, so Coco has a book of spells. We're not quite sure, like, what's going on there quite yet. We're not quite sure who it was that gave her these. But she discovers that magic is actually drawn. And in trying to do magic of her own, she causes consequences for her mother, who she loves very dearly, and in order to kind of undo what happened, she's going with, I don't remember what his name was. Okay, this doesn't say what his name is on the back, and I don't remember it, but basically she ends up going with this witch because he says, okay, I'll help you figure out how to undo this, what's been done to your mother. Turns out he has a little bit, he has ulterior motives, because he had, like, the book that she got and the spell, like, no one's supposed to have access to that spell anymore, so he's trying to find out more about how she got this book and these spells. I ended up giving Witch Hat Atelier 4 stars. I really enjoyed it. I can't wait to dive into more of the series. So those are all of the books that I read for Face Off. I had a good fun time with it. It was great. It was, like, just being able to read through some manga again for the first time in forever. Like, it's fun to be able to just sit and go through a series and just, like, keep going and have an excuse to do that. If you're watching this, I hope you had a fun face-off weekend. I hope you got a lot read, or you got as much read as you wanted to get read. Like, and let me know in the comments how you did. Like, what countries did you go to? I think we went to Germany, Sweden, Lithuania, Finland. And there had to be at least 2 more. I know I didn't get Portugal, and I didn't get Ireland, which is slightly disappointing. Let me know what countries you went to and, like, what some of the books you read for Face Off were. That is it for now, my friends. Happy reading, and I will see you later when we will talk about more wordy, nerdy things. Bye!